Hello dear students, today we will be starting chapter number 4 of geography, that is air. Now what is the meaning of air? Okay, as you all know, our earth is surrounded by a huge blanket of air which is called atmosphere. Okay, so and the all living beings of this earth depend upon the atmosphere for their survival and growth. It provides us the air which we breathe and protect us from the harmful effects of the sun rays. So without this blanket or protection, we would be harmed by the heat of sun during the day and get frozen during the night. So basically this paragraph wants to tell us that our earth is surrounded by a huge blanket of air which is called atmosphere. So from the exam point of view, it can be asked what is atmosphere. So this definition you can definitely write. Okay, and all living beings on this earth depend on the atmosphere for their survival, means without atmosphere they won't be able to survive. It provides us air which we breathe and protect us from the harmful effects of the sun rays, and without this blanket or protection we would be harmed by the heat of the sun during the day, and during the night we can get frozen also. Okay, next is the composition of atmosphere. As you all know, the nitrogen is the plentiful gas, which means 78% nitrogen is present in the atmosphere. Oxygen is present 21%, which are the two gases which make up the bulk of the atmosphere. Okay, means out of 100%, 99% are of nitrogen and oxygen. To be precise, nitrogen is present 78% and 21% oxygen is present, and rest of the 1% is carbon dioxide, helium, argon, ozone, hydrogen are found in lesser quantities and consist of 1% of gases. Okay, apart from these gases, tiny dust particles are also present in the air, means apart from these gases there are tiny dust particles which are also present in the air or in the atmosphere. Okay, after this, nitrogen is most plentiful gas, I told you earlier also, because it is present in 78% of the part in the air. Okay, when we inhale we take some amount of nitrogen into our lungs. Okay, and also we exhale it, means we breathe out. But plants need nitrogen for their survival. Bacteria that live in the soil and roots of some plants take nitrogen from the air and change its form so that plants can use it, means nitrogen is the most plentiful gas. Okay, because it is present 78%. When we inhale we take some amount of nitrogen also, because it is present in the atmosphere, which goes into our lungs and exhale it. But plant need nitrogen for their survival, means nitrogen is very helpful in the survival of plants. Bacteria that live in the soil and also in the roots of some plants take nitrogen from the air and change its form. Okay, means they take nitrogen which changes their form so that plants can use it for their use. Next is oxygen is the second most plentiful gas. So from the exam point of view it can be asked which is the most plentiful gas and which is the second most plentiful gas. So first most plentiful is nitrogen with 78%. Oxygen is the second most plentiful with the 21% of 21% of gases in the atmosphere. So humans and animals take oxygen from the air as they breathe. Okay, and green plants produce oxygen during photosynthesis, hence the oxygen content in the air which remains very constant. Okay, so if we cut trees, hence this balance will get disturbed, means green plant need oxygen during photosynthesis. Okay, so if we will be cutting the plants, they won't be able to provide us oxygen. Okay, so the oxygen content in the air remains very constant, and also if we cut trees then this balance gets disturbed, means the balance has to be there in the atmosphere. Next is composition of the atmosphere. Carbon dioxide is another important gas. Okay, which means green plant use carbon dioxide to make their food and release oxygen. Next is humans or animals release carbon dioxides. Okay, now you all know the amount of carbon dioxide released by humans or animals seems to be equal to the amount used by the plants, which make a perfect balance, which it means that carbon dioxide is also an important gas in some point of view. For example, green plants use carbon dioxide to make their food, okay, and they release oxygen in their process. Human or animals release carbon dioxide. The amount of carbon dioxide released by humans or animals seems to be equal to the amount used by the plants, which make a perfect balance. Okay, so this was all about carbon dioxide. Next is the balance is upset by burning of fuels, for example such as coal and oil, which disturbs the balance in the atmosphere. They add billions of tons of carbon dioxide, means burning of fuels such as coal and oil, it will add billions of tons of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere, which will be very difficult for the human beings. As a result, the increased volume of carbon dioxide is affecting the earth's weather also, and also the climate, because carbon dioxide absorbs heats and heats up the atmosphere. Means it is very harmful that the burning of fuels such as coal and oil, it leads to billions of tons of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere each year. So you can think that from so many years how much billions of tons carbon dioxide has been added in the atmosphere, which means as a result the increased volume of carbon dioxide is affecting the earth's weather and climate. Okay, and carbon dioxide absorbs that heat and heats up the atmosphere also.